Good morning, guys. So this is completely new for me. So this is my first ever video I've ever created. Hopefully it's going to go well. We're working with the direction of the sunlight at the moment. I'm in my loft and the sun rises and shines gloriously, but it also might be very annoying on the video. So we'll see how it goes. So in this crazy time, I thought it would be really nice for us all to practice a heartfelt and loving practice, and just focusing really on the fact that we are all loving beings and we have lots of love to give, and we are able to receive love in abundance. And that's a really important message in this time. That sense of being united and being loving. So working and focusing on opening up the heart chakra, and working today on lots of back bends and heart opening throughout the practice. So we're going to start right away. So if you have props, get them ready. I've got a strap here, some blocks, cushions. If you don't have straps and blocks, then grab something sturdy and tall and something long like a tie. You can always pause me, go get those things and then come back. Maybe you want a jumper or blanket for you when we get to our Shavasana. So just get whatever you need and have it ready by you so it doesn't interrupt our practice. And then when you're ready, let's find a comfortable seat. For me today, I've come into this kneeling position on my bolster, but for you, it might just simply be sitting cross-legged and then closing down the eyes and not really focusing about doing much or sitting in a perfect posture or how this pose looks, more turning into how it feels to be in our body right now. Start to feel that connection with your earth, with your mat, that grounding. This connection is always there, and sometimes it can feel really lost in all the mental chatter. So for a moment, just take the time to feel into your body and feel the points of your body that are rooting you to the ground. And then start to notice your surroundings. Notice the sounds that you hear around you. For me, I can hear the birds singing out of the window, the wind blowing. Just seek out all those different sounds, becoming entirely present in this moment. And then maybe observe the different aromas in your space. Perhaps you've got a candle burning. Perhaps you can smell dinner cooking. The perfume on your skin, just seek them out. Sharpening those senses with the eyes closed. And then start to notice how it feels to be in your body right now. Spending some time scanning and hovering our awareness throughout our physical body, starting all the way from the crown of the head, and just traveling that awareness down, 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 until we find that connection of those limbs resting on the earth. How are we feeling today? Let that knowledge be your teacher, your wisdom, your guide through this practice, taking exactly what you need. And then start to observe your breath. Just noticing the natural rhythm of the breath. The journey it takes into the body, filling you with energy, with life. Let's take 3 big releasing breaths in through the nose. Open the mouth and Just let go. Let's do that 2 more times. Big deep inhale. And then sighing, release, letting go. 1 more. And then let's seal the lips. Beginning to breathe in and out through the nose through this practice. Starting to draw that energy in, sending it all the way into the belly. And perhaps we can visualize that color green, drawing that green energy in for our heart chakra. And then just repeating the mantra to ourselves. Inhaling, I am love. Exhale, I am loving. Inhale, I am love. Exhale, I am loving. Inhale, I am love. Exhale, I am loving. Inhale, maybe say it out loud. I am love. Exhale, I am loving. Keep repeating those words to yourself. Feel them in your root, in your core, like a fire in your belly. Courage and conviction. Love and loving. Compassion. Kindness. Then, starting to blink the eyes open if they're not already. Moving out of your seat, moving any props out of the way, coming over the knees, and starting to find that all fours position, tabletop, hands stacked underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the ribs. Draw the belly in, spine is long, looking just beyond the fingertips, and then start to let the belly go. Your sit bones will naturally rise and your heart shine it through the arms as we look up. And then drawing the belly in, pressing the ground away, pressing the back of your heart to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, heart shines forward. Exhale, dome the spine, lifting the heart. Inhaling, belly drops, sit bones rise, looking up. Exhaling, pressing the mat away as we open that space between the shoulders. Let's take 2 more. Your cat-cow. Rippling the spine back and forth. Beautiful. Nice. And with this movement, start to move a bit more freely. So maybe creating space in the wrists, taking a few circles. The beautiful thing about this is you're in your own home, so there's no need to feel any sense of inhibition. Just take exactly what your body needs for you right now. Moving, listening to your body, responding to its feedback. And then meet me back in that all fours. From here, just send the bum back so it's stacked above the knees and start to pad the hands forward. Coming into our Anahatasana, melting heart pose, offering the heart to the earth, drawing the shoulder blades down the back and bringing the head to the ground. And if the head doesn't quite meet the ground, you can always grab a prop. and place it here. Slide the shoulder blades back, draw the belly in. Keep lifting through lower belly, engaging that core. Nice. And this is early days in our practice. Perhaps some of you can take it deeper, and if that feels right to go there, then do go there. But just honor and ease into where your body wants to be right now. One more breath. And then starting to lift through the left hand, we're going to take the right arm and thread it underneath that left armpit, bringing the right shoulder down, resting the head on the ground, and just rolling that left shoulder back, coming into our thread the needle pose. From here, let's lift up, bring that right thumb into the heart, take that left thumb on top, start to create a twist, drawing the belly in, pressing the shoulders around, maybe looking up to the sky. Some of you might like to explore that balance, tucking those left toes and floating them up. And if you wobble, if you fall, just enjoy that. And then placing back down. Press that left hand into the ground, lifting back up into that tabletop position. Maybe taking a movement through the hips. And then once more, let's find that Anahatasana, puppy pose, sliding the heart to the earth. Maybe this time taking it a little deeper, maybe the chin rests on the ground, drawing up through the belly, sliding those shoulder blades back. And then once more, let's walk that right hand in a little now, press the earth away, thread that left arm underneath the shoulder. Take a moment here, find your stability, and then start to bring that left hand in towards the heart, bringing the right hand to meet it, drawing the chest around to the thumbs, shining the heart out to the side as you draw belly in, taking a twist. And if you took it on the other side, let's play around with that balance, sending those right toes back this time. Perhaps floating them into the sky, and just embrace all those wobbles. Fix your gaze on a still point, and then place that leg down. Pressing the top hand into the ground, lifting yourself up into that tabletop position. Again, perhaps a little movement through the hips here. And then we're going to tuck those toes, taking the bum onto the heels, big breath here, and then flying the bum back, finding our first downward facing dog. First downward dog of the practice. We can pedal those feet, sway those hips, just move in any way that serves us right now. Pressing the ground away, spreading those fingers wide, hands shoulder width apart, feet hips width apart, and turning the tailbone to the sky as we zip the belly in. Nice, there can be a soft bend in those knees. And we're inviting the heels towards the earth. They don't need to be there, but it's just an invitation. Beautiful. And then just holding your downward dog. Not forgetting to breathe. Maybe you're working with that lovely Ujjayi breath. Taking the gaze to the top of the mat, we're going to step that right foot forward, dropping the back knee down, untuck the toes, and then with those fingertips rooting down, start to draw the heart forward, sending the hips forward, looking up. Feel that stretch through the front of that left hip as we offer our heart to the sky. Looking down to the hands, rooting down through that left hand. Let's peel that right hand up, coming into our easy twist here. Drawing belly in, rolling that right shoulder back, reaching up, sending that energy through those fingers. Option here to tuck those back toes, raising the back knee, pressing the heel away, and maybe taking the twist a little bit deeper by cactusing that arm, and shining the heart upwards to the sky. Coming out now, let's bring that hand down beside the foot, stepping it all the way back out to that downward facing dog. Left side, gazing to the top of your mat, stepping that left foot next to the left thumb, dropping back knee, untuck toes. Start to reach the heart forward as we look up. Nice. And then starting to move through that twist, right hand comes down, left hand peels to the sky. Option if you took it on the other side, tuck back toes, press the heel away, draw belly in, look to the thumb. One more breath here. Hands come down, frame the foot, taking it all the way back, downward dog. Looking to the top of your mat, we're going to walk the hands to the feet. Take an inhale here, reach the head forward, exhale, forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Maybe there's a little sway from side to side. And then drawing in through the belly, let the arms just fall away, bend in the knees as we rise to standing. So beginning to create some heat in our body, working through our sun salutations. Inhale, hands high, see the thumbs. Exhale, diving down to the earth. Inhale, create space. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, stepping back to your high plank. Dropping those knees and untucking the toes, turn the elbows backwards and then lower the body down. Bring the hands by the heart, inhale, lift for cobra. And then exhale, tucking those toes, fly the bum to the sky, downward dog, hold here. Soft bend in the knees, looking forward, stepping the feet to meet the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching those hands all the way to the sky. And then thumbs back to heart center. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back left foot, step back right. Lowering with the knees, or maybe lowering through chaturanga, bringing the body in line with the elbows. Finding the tops of the feet, lifting knees and thighs, rolling shoulders back for your upward dog. We're going to hold here. Draw the belly in. Roll over those toes. Lift the bum to the sky, downward dog. Bending the knees, looking forward. Option to walk or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reaching up. Seeing the thumbs, pull the hands to the heart. Hands reach high once more. Diving to the earth. Create space, look forward. Plant the hands, option step or hop back to plank. Lower through either knees or halfway, chaturanga. Finding the tops of the feet for cobra or upward dog. And holding here. Holding your cobra or your upward dog, shining your heart forward. Drawing that lower belly in, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Take a little bend in those elbows. And then roll over those toes, downward dog. Beautiful. Gaze to the hands. Step or hop. Forward fold. And then rise all the way up. Hands back through heart center. Nice. One more round. Inhale, see the thumbs. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step the feet back. Lower down. Find your back bend and hold. 3 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Sliding shoulder blades down the back as we offer the heart to the sky. And then rolling over those toes, downward dog, holding here. Reaching back with that right leg to the sky on an inhale, creating space through the hip, stepping that right foot to the top of your mat, drop back knee. Untuck those toes, send those hands high, interlace fingers, and start to find Kali Mudra, arms by the ears, drawing belly in, offering the heart to the sky, chin to chest. Find that lift through the side waist. Nice. And then releasing those hands, take that left hand to the outside of the right leg, bringing that right hand behind, coming into a twist, drawing the belly in, rolling that shoulder back, looking beyond the shoulder if that feels okay, or just looking out to the side of your body. Nice. Coming all the way back around, plant those hands to the ground. Tuck that back toe, step it back to your high plank, and lower through Vinyasa. Finding your upward dog. Over the toes, bum to sky, downward dog. Reaching back with that left leg. Stepping it through. Back knee comes down as the toes untuck, using your inhale to reach those hands high, settle in the hips. Interlace those fingers, leaving the index fingers extended. Kali Mudra, draw the belly in, offer the heart up. Nice, maybe that chin is glued to the chest, or if it feels right to open up the throat, perhaps the head starts to drop back, keeping that lift in the hips. Inhale. Bringing right hand now to the outside of the left knee, taking that left hand behind you. Finding your twist. Lifting tall through the head as we spin the heart around. Beautiful. Inhale, walk it back, frame the foot. Tuck those back toes, lift that back knee. Let's lift it back to that high plank and move through our Vinyasa, lowering down. Lifting the heart for our back bend. And flying the bum to the sky, downward dog. Let's reach back with that right leg. And we're going to step it through. This time peeling right hand up to the sky. Find that easy twist. Reaching through those fingers. Draw that right knee in towards the body. Place it down inside that right foot. Dropping that back foot. Inhale, left hand up to the sky. Looking down here, let's rise up through our warrior two. Keeping a deep bend in that front knee. Reaching those arms in opposite direction. Flipping that front hand. Take it back. Brushing the sky away, bringing left hand down the thigh, reaching up and overhead, reversing our warrior. Inhale, those hands come forward. We're going to bring left hand onto the ground and spin back into that twist. Starting to come onto the outside of that left foot. Stepping into side plank, so we can place that right foot in front or on top. Reaching up through that right hand. Find your stability. Beautiful. Let's see if we can float that right leg into the sky. From here, start to bend and open the hip, open the knee, and then placing that right foot behind you, we're going to send the hips to the sky, offering the heart, finding our wild thing. Placing that right hand down, rolling back into our plank, and moving through our vinyasa. Inhaling to open up the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Left side. Reaching back with that left foot. Stepping through. Peeling left hand to the sky. Finding that twist. Left hand comes down. Dropping that back foot, warrior 2 feet. Peel that right hand to the sky. Looking up to the thumb or keeping that gaze down at the left hand. And then pressing evenly between both feet. Start to lift the body. Finding our warrior 2. So those feet are grounding through all 4 corners. As we draw and lift through the core. Keeping that deep bend in the knee and floating the hands in opposite direction. Looking over that front finger. And then flipping the palm. Start to reach right hand back, taking left hand up and overhead, reversing warrior. Inhale, travel forward. Hands find the ground, spinning onto the ball of that right foot now. Coming back into that twist. Okay, preparing for that side plank. Start to find the outside edge of that right foot. Step that left foot. It's either on top of or maybe straight to the sky. Peeling that hip open. Reaching that left hand up. Woo. Enjoy and embrace the wobbles. And then place that left foot behind you. Big inhale, sweep those hips up, reach back. Oh, wild thing. Beautiful, bring it around. And let's move through that vinyasa. Taking it all the way back to our downward facing dog. And then dropping those knees to the ground. From here, just start to walk yourself back. We're going to take a little child's pose. Bringing the head onto the floor, bringing the arms around you. And just offering the back of the heart to the sky as we let the upper body drape over the legs. Finding your breath. Maybe coming into that visualization and that feeling of love and lovingness, again, that kindness and compassion. Checking in. Beautiful. From here, start to look forward. We're going to draw ourselves up into a high plank. Pressing the heels away, draw the belly in, reach the crown of the head forward, and then lowering the arms down. Let's find our low plank here. So engage the belly, reach the head towards me, or towards the front of the room, and send the heels to the back. And let's start to walk the feet in. And just find a little dolphin here. Just offering strength through the back of the heart. Let's inhale, lift onto the toes. Exhale, send it down. Inhale, find a lift. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, lift toes. Exhale, down. Look to the hands, press through the arms, lifting up into your downward dog. And then just start to walk the hands back, bending the knees, attaching the belly to the thighs, grabbing hold of either elbow, and just taking a little ragdoll here. Nod and shake the head. And you can take any movement you like. Maybe you really go for that sway from side to side. And keeping that sway going, we're gonna rise all the way up to standing. Hi everyone. So moving through our balance today. So if you're by a wall, great. You may want to grab a block for this. We're going to work through our half moon pose today. So just taking that right foot forward and then reaching with that right arm, either taking your block or taking your fingertips or your hand down to the earth. From here, start to float that left leg into the sky, but open up the hip, open up the chest. Really try and open up your body. That offering of being open and accepting. And you might keep that top hand on the hip today. Perhaps you're going to reach that hand all the way into the sky. We might even start to explore the possibility of looking up to the fingers, kicking through that back leg. And we're going to work on the variation of finding our bind and that little back bend in our half moon today. So starting to soften that standing leg and peel that left heel in towards the bottom, reaching for the top of the foot with the hand. And then from here, can we start to send those hips forward? Keep drawing that belly in. Keep finding that lift. Maybe we can kick that foot into the hand as we roll that shoulder back, and we might even offer the head back. One more breath. Nice. Let's release that foot. Blossom back open into that warrior two. Revolve moon, sorry. And then float that left hand down. Start to square those hips. You might want to take the block into the left hand. We're going to come into our twist. Reaching up through the right hand now, finding that revolved half moon. Some of you might want to explore binding in that revolved half moon. Yee. Let's inhale, open back out, place that right hand down, place that left hand down, keep that back leg into the sky, oops, and then kicking that leg high, coming to our standing splits, walking those hands, reaching through those toes. Anyone who has it in their practice and wants to take a few bunny hops and a bit of headstand practice, handstand practice, you can go for that. For me today, I'm just going to float that back leg down, bend those knees, grab hold of those elbows, and just take a little moment here in my ragdoll. Let's take it all the way up and then get ready for the other side. So this time we take that left leg as our standing leg, grabbing our props if we use them on the other side. And if you are particularly wobbly, I love using a block. It gives me lots of space in my body. So, reaching forward with that left hand and starting to float those right toes into the sky, peeling that hip open, drawing that belly in, finding length, finding that line of energy from the heel to the crown of the head. And then perhaps taking that right hand all the way up to the sky. And then if we have you go with that bind on the other side, we're going to bring that right foot in. Find the top of the foot. Drawing up through lower belly, pelvic floor as we kick the foot into the hand, rolling right shoulder back. Offering our heart open. Use an inhale to open back up. And then right hand comes down, perhaps changing the block into that right hand. Squaring the hips, toes point down to your mat. Left hand reaches to the sky. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. If we had a go at that little bind on the other side, this one feels a lot more wobbly for me. And just accepting where you're at and what doesn't work today. Beautiful, float that left hand down, keep those hips square, move the props out of the way. Find space and then start to walk the hands back as we kick that back leg into the sky. Option for those bunny hops, or just to breathe into this space in these standing splits. And then let that leg come down. Ooh, bend those knees. Take the feet a little bit wider. Maybe take a little sway and a rock from side to side. Grab the elbows, rock back and forth. And then bring the hands down, walking all the way out to a plank. And we're going to lower the body down for the count of 5. Bring those elbows in towards the chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down to our mats. Just take a little moment here. Let the heart beat into the ground. A little check-in. And then bring the hands alongside the body. Turning the palms to face down. Pointing the fingers to the back of the room. Finding as much length as you can. Drawing up through the belly on your next inhale. We're going to lift the head and the chest. Exhale, lower down. Let's go again. Inhale, hands glued down, head and chest lift. Exhale, lower. On our next inhale, let's fly those hands through the sky. Draw shoulder blades together. Reach. Exhale down. One more. Hands up. Exhale down. Take a moment and then we're going to lift the whole body and hold for 3 breaths. 1. Inhale, lift. Draw that belly in, reach back with those fingers. Try and bring the thighs together. And when you've taken those 3 breaths, lower down, bring the hands underneath the head, bend the knees. Sway the legs from left to right. Beautiful. And then taking our bow pose, but we're going to move through a more active practice first. So much in the same way with locust, we're working up against gravity. We're not binding or pulling our body. So for this bow, we're going to bend the knees, flex through the feet, reach the hands back, and then we're going to use those back muscles to lift our legs off the ground and squeeze those shoulders back. So when you're ready, let's take a big inhale. Lift the heart, try and lift the chest. Reach the fingers in the direction of the heels and see if you can lift those thighs off the ground. Squeeze those back body muscles for 3, 2, 1. Take a little rock. And then bring those heels in towards the bottom. Reach the hands to the outside edges of the ankles. Try and draw knees in towards one another. Take a big inhale and lift. Shine the heart, engage the belly, lift the feet back. 2 more breaths. And then bring it down. Sway the legs. And then we're going to take a moment to press it back to a closed-legged child's pose. Moving really slowly here, checking in with the spine. Letting the arms go. Taking a moment or 2. And then with the chin attached to the chest, start to rise up until we're sitting on the heels. Walk the hands behind you, pointing the fingers towards the bum. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, chin to chest, shine the heart to the sky. Maybe the head drops back. Coming back, neutral spine. Keeping that left hand by the side, we're going to inhale, sweep that right hand overhead as we lift the hips, draw the belly in, reach that hand. Beautiful, calming back down. Placing that right hand by the foot and then lifting up, sending the hips forward. Coming back down. Let's start to take that with the breath now. Inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more each side. Inhale, lift. Make this a big, beautiful movement. Exhale, lower. One more. Nice. And then coming down, we're going to find the bottom on the mat, swinging those legs around, extending the feet, finding our Paschimottanasana forward fold. So grabbing any props you ordinarily use if you have them nearby. If you are working in a more tighter body, you might like to lift the hips and then just drawing the belly in, rolling shoulder blades down the back, finding that length in the spine. Start to find your forward fold, reaching the head in the direction of the toes, gazing to the toes or down to the shins. And then you can grab hold of the ankles, the calves, the shins, wherever you're at in your forward fold. And it's this acceptance and this loving compassion for ourselves, not feeling like we need to strive or be anywhere that our body doesn't want to be. Instead, just close down the eyes, focus on length through the spine, and see if you can tune into where you feel this. What's this pose doing for your body right now? One more breath. And then slowly rising up, bend that right leg. We're going to take it inside the foot. Not inside the foot, inside the left leg. And from here, just taking a beautiful little side body stretch. So option to place something down inside the leg. If we're working with slightly shorter bones, or bringing that hand all the way down. If we're in a bit more of a spacious body, we might place that right foot on the ground, taking the left hand up and around. So either working to here, reaching that hand up and overhead, rooting through that right sit bone, or wrapping that left hand around, seeing if the right hand can find that left foot, and then just working into that twist. Breathing space into that right side body. Beautiful. One more breath. And then just releasing down. If you've got that right leg raised, placing it down and then bringing the hand behind you, lifting up onto the shin, planting left foot into the ground. Oh, another wild thing. Let's swing it all the way back around. Let the bum touch the ground and then inhale, lift back up. Dancing with the breath. One more. Beautiful, lower down. Extending the right foot now, bringing that left leg in, grabbing your prop, or placing that right arm down, or bending the knee and grabbing the foot. Left hand is reaching up and overhead in the direction of those right toes, but if we're a bit more tighter in the body, then maybe that hand is pointing to the sky, and that's completely fine. I can still feel this space. I might be taking it a little deeper and opening up. One more. And then unraveling, letting that leg touch down, bringing that left hand behind you, lifting those hips into the sky as that right toe grounds. One more. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the feet together towards the top of your mat. So if you have props nearby and you want to come into a nice supportive back bend for your inversion today, then just grab hold of those and have them ready. We're going to just wrap the shoulder blades forward as we reach the arms towards me, and let's bring a little bit of core into the practice now as we lower down. Just engaging belly, reaching those hands, reaching out. Energy through the whole body as we lower down. Feel each vertebrae one at a time. Try to match my pace. And when we get to the lower back, that sacrum, that larger bone, we're going to hold here. Can we take some little pulses for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, lower down, and come to lie on the back. Walk those feet in. So we want the feet about hips width apart and stacked just underneath the knees. We're going to come through our active bridge and then move into our full wheel back bend if that's in our practice or something we're working on. So all coming through a round of bridge, even if you have your wheel. Bringing the hands down beside your body. Let's find that space. Let's prepare that body. Start to press the hands and feet into the ground and lift those hips. Maybe there's space to bring the shoulders underneath and interlace the hands, sending the hips higher and engaging those inner thighs. So it's an invitation of bringing the knees together, but we're not trying to bring the knees to touch. It's just letting those legs draw parallel by switching on those muscles as we lift those hips to the sky, pressing through all 4 corners of the feet. And then slowly lowering down, let's lift onto the heels. And you can even hook the backs of the hips if you like to soften yourself to the ground. Bring the knees together for a moment. And then just tune in. How do you feel? How do you feel in the spine? Do you want to come up for another round of bridge? Do you want to place a block or 2 or a cushion underneath your bottom and take a nice supported variation? Or are we working towards our full Urdhva Dhanurasana, our wheel pose? So those of us looking to come through bridge, we're going to take that same posture we just took and hold for 5 breaths. Those of us coming up into our wheel, starting to bring the hands up and overhead, squeezing the elbows towards one another, and then pointing those middle fingers in towards the shoulders. Start to press the feet into the earth, and it's this driving of the feet that's going to lift us up. On an inhale, we start to lift the head into the sky, press the earth away with those feet and hands, draw the belly in. How does this feel through the spine? Try and open up in the chest, sending the heart forward. Holding here for 5 breaths, or coming down whenever you need. And then bringing that chin to the chest, lifting the head out of the way, lowering down, knees come together. So we can take another round of that if you really like, or we're just going to stay here a moment. And then drawing one leg after the other in towards the body. Just letting the knees hang off the fingers and sway the hips from side to side. And then crossing that right leg up and over the left thigh. And bringing the hands outside alongside your body. We're going to roll the knees over to that left hand side as we look over the right shoulder. Coming into our lovely little supine twist. Keep that breath going, keep breathing into the belly to create that space, and as you exhale we can just wring out that spine. One more breath. Come back through center, change the legs. I'm going to change direction now. Looking over that left shoulder. And then coming all the way back through center. Reaching up, bending the knees, taking the little toe sides of the feet and inviting those knees in towards your armpits for a happy baby. You can move and sway and rock from side to side. You can bend one knee and straighten one leg and do the same with the other. Just taking any movements that really serve you right now. Getting ready for our final resting pose, our Shavasana. And then when you're ready, we're going to extend those legs long. Grab any props you need, any blankets, any clothes. I'm going to take a bolster underneath my knees. If you've got cushions or blocks, these will work just as well, just to take the weight out of my lower back. And then together, let's come to lay down in our Shavasana, taking the legs and feet as wide as they can. Big inhale. Open the mouth and let the body melt away. Feel the muscles relax. And bring your awareness back to that heart space. Perhaps you can visualize that green for the heart chakra. And feel that energy and that love and that kindness and that compassion and that resilience to keep on going. And in these times, as long as we show ourselves kindness and compassion, and show others the same kindness and compassion, we will get through this. So just coming back to our mantra now and coming back to the breath here in our Shavasana. Taking a big deep breath. Inhale, I am loving. Exhale, I am loved. Inhaling, I am loving. Exhale, I am loved. Your heart is full of kindness, love, and compassion. If you have longer, do stay here in your Shavasana. If not, slowly starting to bring the knees in towards the body. And then just rolling gently onto one side or the other. Giving yourself a moment here, eyes still closed, as the physical body begins to wake. And then pressing up to a seat, comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Bringing the hands into the lap and turning the palms upwards for this openness. This openness and this ability to receive love and to give love in abundance. Thank you so much for tuning in and practicing with me today. Bringing one hand on top of your other at your heart center. Bowing the head. Namaste. Thank you everyone who has tuned in. I hope you enjoyed my first ever video recording, and yeah, just message me, DM me if you have any questions, and watch this space for plenty more soon.